the heck is an idiot fish?
It's a little kind of carpy fish that's orange that I saw at an Asian market one time with a sign that said idiot fish, $3.99 a pound or whatever it was, and then the jokes were easy to catch and all that because they're idiots. And actually in Japan it's spelled Kinki. That's the name for it, and so I'm sure I'm mispronouncing, but it's kinky, right? So
okay.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
works.
kinky fish.
So yeah, and
It's easy to catch.
It's easy to catch.
All right.
Which means we're having a kinky show for idiots at the Art Boutiki.
No, we're
next
not.
week.
What's the inspiration behind what you're doing with that? 'Cause the first time you did Idiot Fish here, it was like a multimedia
Yeah, it was
crazy extravaganza.
Yeah, and that's still part of it. I'm kind of, so I get a lot of electronics hook up to the drums and multimedia, and that still continues in my musical explorations, right? But I'm trying to separate the electronica and the band stuff because we have an amazing quintet of musicians. Mm-hmm. So I'm using just a little bit of electronics on this gig, and not the video and light triggering stuff. I mean, I think one of the last times I had was here, we even had some robotic drumming stuff going on. Yeah.
That was weird.
It was weird. Yeah. and everything's, there's more potential for disaster the more of that stuff you bring in.
Yeah.
But with one of the things about this performance is we've got a quintet going on, which is it's been trios and quartets ever since the beginning, and these are the last few shows I've done the quintets, which.
So who are you playing with then?
So amazing Frank Martin on keyboards, who's played with everybody from Al Jarreau to Sting and everybody on, and then Aaron Germain on bass, who's like the first call bass player. He's doing 15 gigs in a week in the Bay Area, it seems like.
Yeah.
Paul Hansen on bassoon. He runs through electronics, and he's an amazing.
Breathes through his eyes.
He breathes through his eyes, and keeps the notes going, and he's like I joke about this on stage, but he's the world's best jazz improvising bassoonist, which is not a lie. He's out there doing clinics and traveling the world.
Right.
Toured with Billy Cobham and played with Baptiste, and so world class. And then this week or this show we have a different guitarist, Brian Shu, who plays with Honey Knuckles.
Brian.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Which is going to be as even Christo normally plays guitars with us, and he said, "Oh, you're going to get Brian." Well, he's going to melt faces.
Yes, he will.
So I'm looking forward to
shred.
that. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So it's just a quintet of musical beasts.
Yeah, for real. And Stinky Fish?
Stinky Fish. Oh, Scratchy Fish.
Oh, Scratchy Fish. I'm sorry.
I'm like, what are you saying about my band?
You cut that out. You're cutting that out. You're
Stinky
not putting in
Fish.
Stinky Fish.
Yeah, Scratchy Fish is opening for us, and that's Mike Fulton, was a student of mine, the drummer, and it's they do Radiohead tunes and some of their own tunes, and do their own jazz fusion, whatever arrangements of them, and so looking forward to hearing them again.
Right on. Very cool. It's going to be a great night, Emily.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be so fucking amazing.
It's going to be amazing for me.
You were the last band to play here before we shut down for COVID.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Maybe not a lot of people know that. You were the last note of music that was played here for several months.
That's right, and I mean, we were scared. We didn't know if we were going to do that show, right?
Yeah,
right. It was like all this stuff was coming down, and they were going to shut down the world the next day, and do we do this? And so some of the band members had masks, and we're trying to kind of stay, I remember the seating was kind of socially distanced, and but that we recorded that night, as you often do, and I put that out live at Art Boutiki, online, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, you can go check it out. And it was an amazing night. And I thought, when everybody had different things, but when we went to lockdown, I was like, well, I can last a couple of weeks. Then after a while, I was like, that might have been my last gig ever. You know what I mean? It was heavy, right?
That's what we were thinking.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was very apocalyptic in here.
Yeah, it was. But I was glad it was that one, because there was, it was amazing music that night, and what a way to go out. But amazing musicians, and for me, it's just, it's one of the reasons I do this. When I get on a stage with guys like that it's going to be an adventure for me every time, right? You know, but we don't know where we're going musically. So they are my compositions, so I do know where we're going musically mostly, but then on stage there's a whole new dynamic, and it's a musical joyride for me. We are playing. I will say that we're playing some stuff, old Idiot Fish stuff that we haven't played in a few years. Mm-hmm. We're playing some new stuff and some stuff we've been playing recently, and one of them that we're debuting that night is called The Dream, because a few weeks ago I was hearing this amazing groove. I was dreaming. I had this amazing groove going in my head, mm-hmm. and the band was killing, and the audience was digging it, and I'm like, sometimes you dream stuff like that and you wake up, oh, I'll hit that later, and then you try messing with it and it's gone, right? So I got it right away, got my phone in the garage band, and I was banging it out and stuff, and it turned out it was this amazing funk bass line in 11.
In 11?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
So then I wrote a whole tune around that, and so we're going to debut that, and I'm looking forward to hearing that.
Instead of 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh,
so I had to write another bass line, so I couldn't just have that one, so the other one I wrote is a 9.
Okay.
But not so it'll irritate you. It should be fun.
Right on, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
so
thanks.
When people show up, do you want them to be sitting and listening, or do you want them to be dancing, or?
If they can dance in 11, they can get up and do
Yeah?
it. Yeah.
Do you want them to like all hold hands in lines of 11 and like?
They do a conga line.
Yeah, but only
I'd
11
love
per
to
line.
see that.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that is going to happen, Emily.
Well, we'll leave conga line space.
There won't be conga lines.
Well, if you sell enough beer, they'll dance in 15 or 11 or whatever, right?
Ooh, if you buy 11 beers, you get a 12th free during that.
No, they won't. Wally, thanks for coming, man.
Well, thanks for having me, and thanks for this beautiful venue, and I would love making music here, man. And please come out and support the venue and enjoy the band.
Right on, man. Thanks.
Right on. Okay, everybody. Idiot on 3. Put your hands in. 1, 2, 3.
Idiot!
Are you supposed to? Okay.
Oh,
There's 5. No.
Try it again.
This moment is
We gotta do it
over.
again.
All right.
Idiot fish.
All right.
We'll
Idiot
follow you.
fish.
1, 2, 3.
Idiot fish.
Idiot fish. See you here.
See how she
She set us up.
She did.